Well, hello. We're here in Bucharest. We've been running a very successful presentation, loads of folk from a variety of different industries here. And we've been talking about the marketing techniques and processes and technologies that enable organizations to be much more relevant when they're doing marketing to customers. It's an interesting fact that a typical customer in Europe is subjected to about 2,000 marketing messages every day. They're actually subconsciously filtering most of those out. It's either the piece of paper goes in the bin, the delete key is hit on all the spam email, and so on and so forth. So how do organizations improve their marketing, and what are some of the key techniques and technologies that are available to help them do that? Well, I was concentrating during the presentations on a couple of key themes. One of which is event-based marketing, the other one is concept of next best offer. Event-based marketing is all about becoming more relevant in terms of the marketing proposition and the offers that are made by understanding a customer and understanding the behavior of the customer over time, identifying trends, identifying discontinuities, and using that understanding to convert that into powerful events that are a call to marketing action to which you respond, whether that is in the outbound channels or whether that is indeed when a customer comes to you in an inbound channel. When that happens, when a customer comes to you in the inbound channel, the concept around event-based marketing blends in with the concept about next best offer. Next best offer is an analysis of what is the best recommendation at that time to make to the customer, given that the customer has presented themselves to you in a particular circumstance. They might be complaining, they might be inquiring, they might have just bought something. Next best offer needs to take all of that new understanding about a customer into account. Now, event-based marketing can operate in either the outbound world or that inbound world. In the outbound world, event-based marketing, initiating a conversation, initiating a dialogue with a customer, leads to response rates around the 20% mark. This is in direct contrast to what most organizations do when they do outbound marketing product promotions. I have a new product and service, find me a bunch of customers who might be interested. Response rates for that, even when using analytics, techniques like that, response rates are likely to be in the 5 or 6% range. Contrast that to the concept behind identify an individual customer who has performed particular things very, very recently, a combination of signals, things that you can detect either online, in the call center, their transactional behavior in the usage of your products and services, whether that's your mobile phone or your credit card. Those kind of combinations of signals, when analysed correctly, lead you to identify the specific combinations, the specific sequences that really mean that a customer is about to leave you, about to buy a particular product, and if you don't sell them that product, then they'll go and buy it from your competitor. So event-based marketing in the outbound world is about detecting, trapping, and reacting very, very fast to those sorts of combinations of signals, analytically determined, in order to deliver one-to-one marketing messages, the offer of the right product at the right price, and importantly, at the right time. It becomes highly appropriate and highly convenient from the customer's perspective. In the inbound world, it is really about the customer coming to you and seeing that the organization understands what the issues that that customer has been having within the last few days about the product usage or something like that, and you offering a relevant offer in that inbound channel makes sense, and it converts the concept behind you trying to sell into actually you trying to service. And when a customer receives good quality service, then that feels a good thing for the customer. It is relevant, it is appropriate. You've got 2,000 marketing messages taking place every day for that customer. The only way to cut through the noise of all of that is to be relevant. Event-based marketing, next best offer are two wonderful techniques to enable you to be just that, relevant. Advertising and public relations is actually, to be honest, a fairly separate area. Advertising, by its definition, is mass media. It's about your brand, about presenting yourself into the wider environment. Next best offer and event-based marketing is specifically not that. It is actually about working in the dialogue with an individual customer, not mass marketing. It is the complete opposite of advertising and PR. Now, the good effect of these sort of technologies, event-based marketing, next best offer, is customers will be happy with what you do. And because they will be happy, especially if they're the right sort of customers, they like talking about it, they will be posting stuff into the social media, they will be posting blog comments about how wonderful service you've provided and such like. And that's obviously going to be good. But that's a byproduct, an after effect of doing good service, doing the right thing for the customer, providing customer value, and it just helps your brand from that point onwards. But it's not, these techniques are not about advertising as such. It just happens to have a good side product. It is possible to identify, especially if you've got, say, their Twitter ID or Facebook ID and that sort of stuff, you can recognise who is actually talking about you. And it is possible, and Dave will explain how you do the scraping down of the information off the blogosphere and how you analyse that for sentiment and such like. But if you can link it direct to a customer, you then do know that a customer is contacting people, contacting yourself as well if the forum is bringing them into you. Now, these are events in the customer life cycle as well, and they possibly form part of a pattern of events. You can understand a little bit about the way in which an individual customer has been influenced by other comments and where he's going on review sites and things like that. It's all important. Just as an example of something that is similar, if you on your website identify a customer has come in either from a comparison website, I don't know whether you have these in Romania, but sort of like insurance comparison websites, money comparison, holiday comparison, forum sites, you can trap that information and you know that they are looking around. You know they're doing the comparison stuff, which is an interesting signal that helps you understand how likely you are to win out with any offer that you make compared with what they might have seen through that comparison website. If you know that you are price competitive, you know you've got a good opportunity. If you're not, and they're coming from a comparison website, you know the chances are perhaps less likely. Interesting thought.